So to help you, this segment that I'm going to be talking about, it's called Getting Started Right. And the purpose of me spending this time with you, and it won't be more than 15 minutes or so, is to help you understand what you have to be aware of if you're going to explore this as a viable option to create supplemental income. And everybody wants more income. It doesn't just fall out of the sky. It has to be worked for. You have to basically put a plan into action. And a lot of times people just have a hard time getting that plan or finding the right way to go in regards to how to create that supplemental income. So you basically have seen what we call our unfranchised business presentation. So now I want to talk to you a little bit about how one should prepare to get started should you decide to do the business. Okay, so let's give you a little bit of foresight going into this. And I can't tell you, over my years of being an unfranchised owner and the many, many people that I've helped become successful, it all started with understanding what we did, what we do, what is expected of you to be successful. And so I really want to spend this time to give you a little bit of insight before that you make your decision, so that if you make the decision to become an unfranchised owner, you become an unfranchised owner and you come in with urgency to lay that foundation over the first 2 to 3 years. And it's basically how hard you work the business. And so I want to talk to you about that and I want to get into it. And I just want you to remember one thing: you can change your thoughts and you can change your world. So why am I saying this? Are you coming into this session with preconceived notions, or are you coming in open-minded so that you can change your thoughts, so you can change your world? You see, when I first looked at this, it took me 4 times saying no before I actually did it. And when I made that commitment, it wasn't easy. And I don't think anybody would have been excited about this business 30 years ago, because we're so much better, that we learned so much along the way. So people that are considering coming in the business today have a tremendous advantage over people like myself that came in early on. And so it was a long learning curve. Now we can shorten that by making sure that you know what's going on. So let's understand what an unfranchised business is. It's a systemized approach to creating profitable and stable retail-driven business. The task that we ask each new unfranchised owner to do has been proven out over the past 30 years and takes into account the ever-changing buying habits of customers. Okay, we're retail-driven and we have customers that are not in our business. Okay, that is a huge difference. That is one of the biggest differences between what we do and what multi-level marketing companies do. Okay, everybody they talk to, they want to put in the business. Everybody we talk to, we want to match a product to solve maybe a challenge. That's why I often say I'm in a solutions-oriented business. Okay, so very important that you know what we are. Now, we're going to talk about the fundamentals that all potential unfranchised owners need to implement. If you're going to be successful, you've got to know what you have to do to be successful. So why not know it in advance so you can already get your head wrapped around the business? It's really important. So before any new partner enters into owning an unfranchised business, they should take part of a trial run experience. This is a simple evaluation process that will help the potential partner test the market before they commit to do the business. Now, did you hear what I just said? We're not asking for your money, okay? We're not interested in that. As I said in the presentation about the business, we're interested in your success. So why do we want to take somebody on that's not going to do the business? So we want you to go through an evaluation process so that you will come in with a higher likelihood of being successful. Make sense? All right. So let's go a little further. We want you to see the unfranchised business plan. Okay. You can experience it in a one presentation or two parts of the presentation. Now, that's the first time. And every candidate should see the unfranchised business plan at least 3 times before making a decision. Please don't be the person that says, Dennis, I know what you do. I'm ready to go. Well, if you say that to me, I'm going to say, you don't know what I do, and we're going to see the business again so that you can understand exactly how you can maximize the return to get exactly what you want. All right. Now, you may or may not like that, but I'm going to tell you what, it's for your own best interest. All right. Also, we want you to expose the unfranchised business plan to at least 2 to 4 candidates. Okay. So, in addition for you seeing it 3 times, every time you come back to see it again, you should start the process with 2 to 4 candidates who may be looking for supplemental income or who you believe can give you good insight on the business and maybe see something that you don't see that can help you out. Maybe they'll see something that will turn you off and you don't want to do the business, or they may see something that make them so excited they want to keep moving with the business. Now, each candidate must experience 2 to 3 Market America exclusively branded products to confirm that the quality of product satisfies their expectations and the market size is such that they can establish 10 repeat customers. All right. Listen carefully. Listen to what just happened here. We want you to believe that these products are of the highest quality and that there is a market that they will satisfy so that you believe you can go out and get 10 repeat customers. If you get your 10 repeat customers, you're going to be profitable and you're going to be highly successful because you've been able to do it so you can teach it. Do you follow me? So that's very important. Now, when you come in and you see the business plan, the person that shows you the plan should also spend time with the first part and the second part of the Getting Started Guide. Now, there's 3 parts to this, but the Getting Started Guide will give you a very good insight. And this is something you can take home so that you can study this. All right. Now, again, over my years of experience, I'm talking 30 years. All right. I have learned that if people know what they want and they understand how they can get it, you will move heaven and earth to make that happen. Okay. And I want you to be that way. So this document consists of standardized, coordinated, and systematic actions that when completed in a timely manner can result in fundamentally sound and consistent growth within your sales and distribution organization. So why wouldn't you want to see what the successful people do? Make sense? All right. Now, you're probably wondering, why are we talking about this? Because some of the most popular questions just come in as number 1, how much can I earn? Number 2, what do I have to do to earn that? Okay, so we're going to try to give you those answers up front. So these 3 parts will be developing your unfranchised business, helping you define your why, and the goal statement, which includes the action plan for the first 4 to 6 months. Nothing is better than understanding what you do coming out of the blocks. Then we'll talk to the follow-up of 3 to 7 days from registration, implementing and learning the basic 5 fundamentals. That's how you grow your business. Okay. So we are going to develop your unfranchised business. We're going to define why you want it. We're going to teach you exactly what has to be done in the first 4 to 6 months. You'll do a trial marketing of it, and then you will go through the fundamentals and learn what we refer to as the basic 5. Pretty exciting, eh? All right. So developing your unfranchised business. Okay. This is all part one of the Getting Started Guide, and the person that brought you to see the plan will go through this with you. It's a commitment stage, all right? Let's just make sure what your commitment is and what my commitment is. So the first thing I'm going to ask you, will you follow the proven business plan for a minimum of 12 months? Okay. I don't know about you, but I was taught that if I joined something, whether it be a sports team or the debate class or anything in my life, my father said, fine, you can join it, but don't quit. Okay. Finish what you start. Same thing here. You've got to give the business at least 12 months of effort to see things starting to happen. You have to commit 8 to 15 hours of focused time. When I say focused time, that's not leverage time. So I'm saying no different than if you had a second job and you worked 3 hours a day, 3 days a week, and you put 9 hours into a part-time job. I want the same 9 hours in building your own business. Okay. We're asking for 8 to 15. 9 fits in there. Okay. I want you to attend the next scheduled global meeting training seminar system. Now, there is a cost to those. That is our training system, and we do it throughout the world. We do it online and we do it in person. There is a cost to every training. We expect you to purchase that ticket. So I'm not going to basically say our next event, but we do have, for example, I'm doing a training in Portland, Oregon this Saturday. All right. Now, we also have trainings going on in Philadelphia, in Orlando. We have trainings going on in Austin, Texas, in Chicago. They're all over the place. That's why we call the Global Meeting Training Seminar System, because this weekend we also have a massive Southeast Asia training going on over in Taiwan, and that will include Singapore, Hong Kong, as well as Malaysia. Okay. So again, these are things that happen around the world, but wherever you are, we need to plug you in. We need you to listen and view a minimum of 2 audios or videos per week. And it's recommended that you learn from the Unfranchised Learning Center. We have a brilliant technology learning platform for every new unfranchised owner, in addition to real life support from your sponsor and your team. Okay. We expect you to develop a minimum of 60 to 100 names that include their email address, that include their phone number, and comments on how you know them. Are they acquaintances? Are they friends? Are they going to be good referrals? Maybe a product recommendation? But we go through that with you. We'll have a goal of developing 10 repeat purchasing preferred customers of our MA branded exclusive products. We will learn the basic 5 fundamentals. And these are all things you're going to commit to. You'll go like this, or you're going to say, can you tell me more about getting 10 customers? Do I have to sell? And the answer is you do have to sell. But then again, it's you have to educate, or you have to match a product to a person, or you have to solve a problem of a person with one of our products or services. However you want to term it, we need 10 repeat customers. And you'll implement the master and franchise owner criteria. Now, what is that, you might say? Well, that basically is a uniform way to hold business owners accountable for doing certain business tasks on a quarterly basis. It's brilliant. It's a roadmap. We all want a roadmap, okay? And then will you convert your spending into earning? Will you, over a period of time, replace the products that you normally buy with our own exclusive brands? And instead of buying from Kohl's at Kohls.com, you go to shop.com and shop at Kohl's. Gee, why do you do that? Because you earn money doing that. Why do you tell your friends to do that? Because they earn cash back when they shop through shop.com, your site, and go to Kohl's. It's pretty cool. All right, so that's the commitment stage, and it's really important. And a lot of our unfranchised owners don't take the time to take a prospect through this commitment stage, because we want you to mentally understand that this is a business. So when we start working on your why and the goal statement, this is really critical because we talk a lot about why we do this. Like the first thing that I talk to people when I sit down with them, and they'll say, "Well, Dennis, being a former professional athlete with the Philadelphia Eagles, how'd you get involved with this? Why are you doing that?" And I'll be able to say, "Well, I'm glad you asked. When I grew up, my father worked really hard and he worked hard his entire life and really didn't take a whole lot of time off. And even though I played professional sports, I didn't earn enough money that I never had to work again. But I established a lifestyle that I wanted to continue. And a traditional job just wasn't going to take me there. So I had to start my own business and I chose an unfranchised business. So that's basically my why so that I can provide what my family and I wanted to gain in our lives. It's our purpose. It's what we do. Enabled us to give back. So it includes personal goals, and then you can break it down into your daily tasks and activities. Now, we do all this stuff with you. This is a kind of business where you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And I know that's a cliche, but in reality, you really will do a better job being in business by working with your team. Okay. We'll build the foundation through base 10-7 strong. And that's basically your 10 clients that you're going to generate. And then you're going to get 3 on your left organization and 3 on your right organization and teach them how to get 10 customers. Okay. Now, this is what it looks like. This is what we refer to the base 10-7 strong. And why this is important, because if you master this, if you can do this, then you can earn as much supplemental income as you desire because now you can teach this and it will imprint and duplicate through your organization. Something as simple as this will provide a $300 supplemental income in addition to your retail profit on a monthly basis. Okay. It's basically just helping 3 people on the left and 3 people on the right serve 10 customers. Okay. And it's not you putting them in, it's whoever they put in. It doesn't matter who puts people in. They're part of your organization and they're part of your distribution. So we help them be successful. So imprint that right in your brain here because that's an important step for you. So some of the follow-up things that we'll do is teach you how to implement the basic 5. And this is what they are. We work on your attitude, because attitude precedes any success in life. Knowledge, critical, builds confidence and belief. Combine them both, and we keep renewing it and adding to it. It keeps you engaged in the business. It keeps you in the game so you can win. Okay. You'll have your goals, and we'll develop a plan of action to those goals. We'll teach you how to retail. We'll teach you how to market through social media. We'll teach you how to market your products in your environment. We'll teach you how to prospect and qualify people and ultimately putting them in the business, which will be exactly what I'm doing with you tonight, setting them up so that they understand what they're doing. And then we're going to teach them how to duplicate and build the organization. As you saw in the business plan, you're building in depth. It's not a business like a traditional multi-level marketing where you're building in width. We basically are focusing our efforts into just 2 sales organizations. So that's pretty powerful. Okay. Now we get started. It's not complicated, but you do have to pay attention. Listen carefully. Okay. You need to work with your sponsor and your senior partners. You need to be coachable. Please don't know everything. I've never had a successful business partner that claimed to know everything before we even started. Be coachable. Listen, it'll really help you. And sometimes I tell people to have amnesia for the first 90 days. And then after 90 days, and you understand what an unfranchised owner does, now let's apply all those God-given skills that you've learned over your lifetime to what we do, and you'll be supercharged. Do your homework when we ask you to do something, because quite frankly, it's your responsibility to be successful, not mine. I'll be a great coach. but whether we win or lose depends on how well you play the game. Just remember that. I want you to act with urgency. Anything we discuss and agree upon, I don't want you to wait. I want you to get it done. Respond immediately. Go, go, man, go, go, girl, go. Be passionate about what you do. When anyone talks about the business and what you do, you should light up like a Christmas tree because they're asking you about something that you love. And then ultimately be committed and always do what you say. If you're going to go into business for yourself, you have to be credible. You have to follow through. If you're going to say you're going to call somebody back, you got to call somebody back. If you say you're going to provide them with a 3-day trial sample of a product, you have to do it. If you're going to introduce one of your business partners to somebody, you got to make it happen. All right. These are the things that are most important to help you gain a complete success in owning your own unfranchised business. I want to just end on this one slide because to me, it just rings all the bells in my head because I hear it all the time that the timing isn't right. Okay. So I'm just going to ask you, how do you know when the timing is right? Well, you're going to know when your hunger for progress is greater than anything else, the timing is right. Because I have worked with people so busy, they didn't have any time at all and have built huge unfranchised businesses. And I have been with people that the timing basically wasn't right because it wasn't important to them to be successful and they never made it off the ground. But in you and your own mind, if you're ready to work for what you really want, then the timing's perfect because you're working with a group of people that are committed to grow. And together as entrepreneurs, all rowing in the same direction, will take all of us to the top. And you know what I've learned over the years? There's a lot of room at the top of the mountain. So join us. All right. So I hope this helped and what we have to do to get started. And I look forward to seeing you at one of our global meeting training seminar systems, or I'll see you on the next round of introducing our unfranchised business plan. All right. Have a great evening